outside. And you're still wide and say, roll, what?
Whoa, trouble. Boy, the 2-car upside down, over and on to Scott Briggs.
It's the big one.
Oh, boy, who is that still flipping?
Sauter. It was Johnny Sauter.
There's not anybody left.
I mean, I only see about 4 or 5 cars that are coming around through 3 and 4 right now that were not in this race. They see Mike McLaughlin in 18. They're still getting upside down. Cars driving under cars.
Watch the 2-car.
What caused this?
Oh, Meal got into Riggs.
It looked like Riggs had to maybe back out of the throttle a little bit because Kenny Wallace's car washed up as they come off the exit of turn 2 right there, the 48 car. Right here, this is turn 2. Kenny Wallace, the 48 car right there.
Oh, I don't know. It looked like Shane Meal possibly just got into the back of the 10 car.
The 47 car, yeah.
Yeah, got into Riggs. Look at that 2 flipping. Looks like Rusty Wallace's flip in the number 2 Winston Cup car here not many years ago.
And when it hit the grass, it even tumbled more. There's Randy LaJoy. Greg Biffle.
Oh, Biffle.
There's
Jay Sauter.
Kerry Earnhardt.
There's everybody. Jack
Sprague, our point leader.
And the track's completely
Tim Sauter.
blocked.
All the Sauters.
I think we did the right thing by saying who wasn't in it.
And because of
but the rest of the field is in trouble back in the 4th turn. The most fantastic pileup in auto racing history takes 37 cars out of the race.
Welcome back to Daytona.
It's the big one, gang. It's the big one. It's what we've all been fearing. This kind of racing is going to happen.
A horrible call.
Coming off of turn 2 where we've said that it's the wind. Somebody got into the back of that car right there.
That's Ward Burton right there.
I saw a puff of tire smoke and then everything let loose.
I think that's what started. Somebody got it back of Ward Burton off turn 2.
I'm pretty sure the 4 car got into the back of Ward Burton, turned him into the 20 car, and God help all of them because there's no place to go. And you can't see. Now here we come off of turn 2 again. Right there. See, Ward Burton got pushed around by that car, and that's the 4 car.
And he got in the back of Tony Stewart. Of course, Tony Stewart going airborne here.
And it was Ward Burton's car being sideways that blocked up the track for everybody behind him.
Boy, and it gets hit by every car in the field, seems like, and Tony Stewart's car just took a whale of a ride. That must be at least 30 cars in that wreck.
From Tony Stewart's onboard camera.
Now they got a chance to get up there and race for the lead. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
1 car at the bottom and 2 up top.
It's the big one. Oh, there's cars everywhere. That's the big one.
Not a question of if, but when.
When they get bunched up, particularly on restarts, buddy, you just never know what's going to damage. Been hit a number of times.
It's Marty Houston. He's up on the high side of the racetrack. Bill, it was another blue car.
Yeah.
Looked like possibly Tim Fido got to the back of the blue car right there. That's David Green, I believe, in the 34 car.
That it is. 34 was the first to go around. And look at the mess that ensues behind him.
And again, Darrell, like you said, it normally happens after a restart when they're all bunched back up.
Everybody sees an opportunity, and they go.
But yesterday we saw a mechanical problem that caused the big one.
Right, Johnny Sauter running forth, cut down a tire, trouble, turn 1, hard, a car in the wall, and spinning down to the bottom. There's going to be 10 or more cars involved. Johnny Benson.
About what happens here.
Darrell, I believe the 12 car, Ryan Newman, looks like he was out of shape, maybe starting to get loose by himself.
And Newman almost flipped over.
Remember, he had that hard crash at Daytona where he got on his roof at back in February.
Can't imagine that there wasn't some sort of contact that started that, because that looked so violent. Man, that car was almost on its top right there. It hit that wall a ton.
Rusty Wallace, his teammate, the 2 cars involved.
As they come through, watch for the last 2 cars, which I believe, there's Earnhardt Jr. up high getting through with Schrader and Tony Raines. Jr. and And the last time we had everybody...
Whoa, I've got trouble right there. Mike Wallace is around right there. Matt Kent's is also.
And this will take some people out of the race, no doubt, Mike.
And Jeff, that was right at the same point in the pack. Scott Riggs got turned up to the high side. And look how many cars pile in.
Up to 10 up the outside here.
Jimmy Johnson up into Mike Wallace.
Got into the 40. The 48 got into Mike Wallace, and that.
Well, the first contact is between Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Mike Wallace, but also you've got Jimmy Johnson starting to come up the racetrack a bit.
Well, I think what happened was when the 8 bumped the 4 car, it made the 4 car wiggle just a little bit. It makes it appear that the 48 came up, but I think that actually what happened was the 4 started to go to the left just ever so slightly.
Yeah, it was not much.
Yeah, and made contact with the 48.
Look how quickly, though, the racetrack clogged the whole width of the racetrack as this unfolds. Track's blocked.
And David Stremme and another car owned by Rusty. Oh, we got a spin. It's a tap from Wallace.
Right behind you.
Oh, the big one in turn 1, heavy contact, cars in the wall. Stephen Wallace heavily damaged. There comes Kyle Krisiloff down. David Rudiman involved.
See the intensity level coming up on these guys.
We saw Mike Wallace look like he was going below David Rudiman right here, but they ran up on a slower car. Wow.
Right. Man.
That's Kevin LePage's 61 that Carl Edwards went up across the back of. And then it all broke loose behind him. Cars slipping and sliding. Kelly Byers involved. Brad Keselowski, watch again.
Oh, you see what happened here. This 61 was not up to speed, and it's almost like you know, these guys moved over and didn't see him.
Had no idea that he was coming out. You know, they did. I'm sure that the spotters up there saw him on the apron. They weren't expecting him to come and join back right in.
Oh, I'm telling you. Oh, hang on, Jeff Burton.
Burton up into Hornish.
He's going to come back up
and now the big one.
There it is.
7, 8, 9 cars involved, many which were running inside the top 10.
And that's the whole field, isn't it?
That's the whole field. Look at that. Nowhere to go.
And these guys were trying to avoid the 2 coming back up on the racetrack, and the first group that saw them check up, and everybody runs in behind them. That is mass.
You're coming back. And he just goes diving down here after he gets clobbered by the 31. On the 83, okay, this started already behind, but the 83 got turned.
But they see that going on in front of them, and they're all jockeying for position to avoid that. And it's that chain reaction accident. You know what I mean? Look at the cars, man.
There's a lot of cars in that accident.
Menard did a great job. He got up on the high side and kind of got around them. But these guys,
all these cars have damage here.
You see the first group when you don't pay attention to what the 2 cars doing. Watch everybody behind them, because this is where the wreck.
Well, see what happened. The 83 checked up, the 12 checked up, and it looked like Montoya got into the back of somebody. And but there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's just like you said, it's a chain reaction.
Pushed by Casey Mears. Kenseth with Harvick behind him. Oh, there's contact.
Get out of you now.
Stewart into the middle of the pack and over.
Fortune's out.
And a huge wreck to end this race is Waltrip in the 55, Mears in the 13, Stewart in the 14.
You see Tony just a little bit late in making that move to get back down. Harvick and Kenseth on the outside had a run, so they were literally going to go by him on both sides.
Watch the 2. The championship leader somehow avoided getting really torn up in that.
See, it looked like Martin Truex was going to get through there. Bobby Labonte caught him right at the end.
They waited all day to do it, but it was big when it happened.
Sure. See, Michael Waltrip just barely catching the left rear quarter panel of Kevin Harvick. Get him involved. Stewart's car upside down. On top of Casey Kane's number 5.
Down here, Greg Biff and Kyle Busch, both of them kind of describing amongst the laugh and probably a big
Incredible. They're coming to the checkered flag.
Yeah, and you know as a driver, Tony Stewart's leading this race. He's got no help. He tries to make a move that's going to get him some push and help. And you know as a driver, if you make that move, there's a chance that somebody's not going to lift on the last lap, and this is a situation that could happen. It's a product of this type of racing, and every driver knew that's the situation that you could find yourself in.